Hey everybody, what's up? It's Sage here. I want to talk about HBM J. I have some people in my guild who are having difficulty passing I and J. It's very important that you pass J at least once, because if you can pass it, then it'll open up challenge 2, and you should be able to run through K, L, M, and N. And N is very, very good because you get a lot of resources, you get a lot of mana, you get a lot of experience, you get a lot of everything. You get a lot of shards. I think it's 60 shards. So everyone should be able to farm N. N has the same difficulty as I would say H, and mostly everybody can do H. So if you can do H, you just got to pass J once, open up this tier right here, and you should be able to farm N. Now O and P and Q and R and S, those are very, very hard. They're introducing Motanicas, and you got the Mesa Centaur and the Boss Centaur coming out after you as the boss, so not that easy to pass those. But we're going to go through some ideas, some tips that you can use to pass HBM J. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is look at our base design. This is actually the base that I use for HBM O and P and Q and all those other ones, but it's pretty much a standard base that you can use for J. Not really any modifications except I'm putting troops over here. But one thing that you want to have some high HP buildings in the middle, and even a town hall would be good. Hero altar has high HP. You know, your vaults, if they're leveled up high, they're good. And you want to have your lower HP buildings out here on the side in the four corner setup. You have this because on HBM J you have Thunder God and Spirit Mage coming in waves, and they will wreak havoc. So if you have all your buildings lined up kind of like all together, then the Thunder God and that Spirit Mage, they're gonna kill when they proc, they're just gonna take out every single hero that you have. So you put a few buildings right here on the side, and this way, after they take out those buildings, they'll immediately run into the center of your base, and then your heroes in the center can kill them. So that is one thing you want to do, is make sure you have a design similar to this. Another thing you want to do is, if you're having trouble, get you some troops, maybe about 25 or 26 of these guardians. And the reason why you have that is because they will absorb the proc of Spirit Mage and Thunder God. So when Thunder God and Spirit Mage proc, instead of them killing all your heroes here in the middle, they're going to be killing these troops. And that way your guys right here in the middle are safe. Alright, let's talk about heroes to use. These aren't the heroes that I normally use. One of my guild mates, and Zero Mander and Omander, he was asking me to run the setup with using the heroes that he would use. These are the heroes that he has tried to use. I don't know if I like Orcsbane in here, but I'm going to try to use it with him. But you want to have AoE heroes. You want to have heroes that do a lot of damage. Vlad Dracula, Mortep, heroes like that, because they'll be able to take out large waves when they proc. We're gonna try it with these heroes when I do it, but I would actually put in maybe a Mortep. I would put in Vlad. I guess Spirit Mage is okay, but someone like that. So if you have your heroes inscribed, the heroes that you want to use are the ones that are inscribed up to 80. Get them up to at least 80, and try to get some good crest on them also, if you want to use them, because you want to have them be able to have max HP so that they can absorb Spirit Mages and Thunder God's proc, if he should proc on them. So try to get some good crest if you want to use these guys. Alright, so my first attempt at HBM J, I used the setup that Zero Mander made up. which included Orcsbane, and it didn't really work out. I ended up winning this Here Be Monsters, but you're going to see in a second what the problem is of using a non-AoE type hero. You know, someone who has a melee type hero instead of one who does a global proc. So you see Spirit Mage, he took out some of those Guardians here on the right side. Now, this second wave, Thunder God for some reason separates from the group. So the other heroes, they go inside. Thunder God is on his own, and as you see, his Thunder God continues to wallop over here on his right side. He takes out the Guardians, which was as planned, but now there's no more Guardians, so who is he going to be proccing on? That's right, all my guys in the middle. So luckily, because I have everyone inscribed very high, even though he takes out just about every single base, hero base I had that they were standing on, he didn't kill any of the heroes, and that was because of the high inscription. You have to get your guys up to 80 inscription. That's very important. So this was a bad separation or a bad spawn. He went to the right, and I ended up paying the price. But in the end, I did win this wave. If you want to see how it concludes, I guess I'll just let it play. But it seems like I wouldn't win. But I actually did win. I was surprised. I just kind of let it go. But that Thunder God, as you see, and the Spirit Mage, these are the reasons why people can't pass J. And all you need is just simple substitutions to be able to pass it, you know, with your heroes. You have to use a hero that is able to proc in the middle and take out stuff from a distance. Kind of like Spirit Mage does. Spirit Mage is proccing as he's hitting locally, but his magic missile is going to fly across the board, across the map, and take out other things. So I'm just letting this go. This is wave 4, and you see my guys. They actually ended up doing good, even though it didn't look good in the beginning. I was kind of concerned. Alright, in the second attempt, I actually made a substitution. I took out Orcsbane. I put in Ares in his place. I kept all the other heroes the same. Now, the reason why I used Ares, you'll see it in this very first wave. Thunder God, he separates just like he did on the other attempt, and Ares is in the middle. Now, Ares is going to proc on these heroes at the bottom. As you see, the magic missile actually took out the Guardians. Now all these heroes are running in. Ares is going to proc on them, but when he procs, he just takes out Thunder God. And he takes out Spirit Mage. Because his proc affects only heroes, and it's a global proc. They don't have to be close to him. He can be attacking a troop and proc on that troop, and that proc is going to take out one of the enemy heroes, even if the hero is not close to him or in close proximity to him. That's the type of heroes that you want for HBM J. Those type heroes like Ares, who can proc on a global scale. And I'm going to let this continue. As you're going to see, I'm going to win. It's going to be a lot smoother, a lot more buildings to be left in place. And it's just by substituting Ares. That's it. If you don't have Ares, you don't want Ares, there's other heroes that you can use in his place. Obviously, the best hero for Here Be Monsters is Vlad Dracula, and Mortep is also good. But Santa Boom is good. Those heroes are basically designed for Here Be Monsters, but I know a lot of people don't have them. So, you know, even a Thunder God, if you had Thunder God there instead of Orcsbane, it would have worked out better. Orcsbane is good, but he's kind of like Motanica. He attacks stuff that's in a cone in front of him. Same as Motanica, actually. It's like he's just a Motanica, but he doesn't fly. And the only thing with that is the only people that are going to be, or the only heroes that are going to be affected by his proc are going to be whatever in front of his cone. So he won't take out Spirit Mage or Thunder God unless he's actually attacking them. Which is, you want a hero that'll take out those two threats even when they're not attacking. Um, as there could be attacking a building on the other side of the map and they get taken out that way. So this is going to conclude right here, and as you see, I won. Buildings were wrecked, but I still have my hero bases intact, and none of my heroes died, and that's all you need. And you can go ahead and farm J. Alright, so in conclusion, if you're going to go with the core group of Pumpkin Duke, Cupid, and Druid, and also Spirit Mage, if you don't have Minotaur, you can substitute Minotaur for Thunder God. So if you have that core group, your sixth hero is very important. Don't put Orcsbane or someone who doesn't do AoE type damage across the board, across the map. You want someone who can take out a lot of those enemies at once. So I would recommend Vlad Dracula, Ares, Motanica, Reaper, Santa Boom, Mortep, and if you have a Minotaur, maybe even throw in a Thunder God alongside Minotaur. Someone who can take out the enemy from across the map. And then you should be able to pass J and move on to the second wave of Here Be Monsters. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care.